Welcome back to the Balancing Healthy podcast, guys. Today I'm very excited because I am joined by a very special guest. If you follow my Instagram, you know who this is. Charley, aka at Charley's World. Hello, welcome to the potty. How are we
Hello.
feeling?
I'm good. I'm a little nervous, but I'm good.
Nervous? Nah, so like we're just saying
We're just
it's just
gonna
gonna
have
be a fucking
we're gonna have a
vibe.
chat.
We're just gonna yap, and we've only got less than 40 minutes now to do it. So bless Zoom when it'll tell us when we got 10 minutes left. So like we're gonna get through it. So first thing I always ask my guests is what are you currently trying to balance in your life? Can be anything.
I would say just I work two jobs trying to just like build good routines and like eat well and still enjoy life.
Yeah.
I would
It's
say.
like
Yeah.
this girl's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on. Like the amount of shit that's happened in like the last like 2 months. Like
Yeah.
ish.
And I
And
was sick
then
for a while as well.
yeah. And then the next couple of months, like it's just like it's chaos. But
It was a lot.
yeah. Anyway, we won't go into it.
That's okay.
Today I thought it'd be fun if we started, and I said, like, we were talking about this before, full disclosure, guys, we were talking about this before. And I said, let's go into Charley's journey and just like take you guys on a ride. But I thought there is so much we could go into because we've
Mm.
been like, we've known each other for what, 5.5 years.
Yeah, five or
And
6 years, yeah.
yeah, a lot has happened. So I thought let's start from when we like quote unquote met, which was online because we didn't actually meet until last year, which is still wild to me. That still
Yeah, I
feels like
know.
I nearly said this year. I thought the
Yeah.
podcast was
Yeah,
it.
it's
I mean the photo
last
shoot.
year when you oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were just
That
like,
was
let's
so
just fly
fun.
to Perth and then you can come stay with us and then like we're just gonna like fuck about for a few days and just
I
see where we
know.
end
It
up.
was like planned but not totally planned. We're just like, you know what? Like these are the two things we're gonna do. I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the time and
Yeah.
just hang out. It was so much fun. It was
It
so
was
much fun.
so, yeah, it was so fucking wholesome, honestly. I was like, why are we only here for like 3 days? Like, why are we
True.
not here longer? Like, what do you mean? Anyway,
It's all right.
best
Next
time
time.
ever. Yeah, I appreciate it. But okay, let's go back from when we first like met on Instagram. I don't know if it was 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, it was probably
It
late
was
2019, early 2020
I
for
have a
sure.
feeling, yeah, late 2019 because I started my Shy Sezi, which is now Strong Sezi account. It was like September, October 2019.
Mm,
And that was when like I
yeah.
really started to like not build a community, but like get to know people and like going through similar things, having similar journeys, like all on like that weight loss. Like it was all just
Yeah.
weight loss. And I feel like we've like grown through this together from like trying to be as
Mm,
small as possible to now trying to be as healthy as possible. And I feel
yeah.
like that's the kind of thing we want to dive into today. So,
Mm.
where were you kind of at that time? Give us the
So
rundown. What were you doing? What have you tried in the past in terms of like weight loss, dieting, training, like anything like that?
So I think it was like, yeah, I'll just say that it was like mid 2019. I also made a little Instagram account to find people kind of like on the same, so like sort of journey. You know, it's like a little diary to keep yourself
Yeah.
accountable. And my wonderful handle at the time was Keto Charley. So
Yeah.
I think it speaks for itself what I was trying to do there. So obviously
Yeah.
I'd found like the keto diet just through like, scrolling. I don't know if it was like just on Instagram or a friend of mine had done it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a red hot crack. And I think
Yeah.
that's where I met a lot of people, like you
Yeah.
included, in that time, just like
Yeah.
posting and whatnot. So yeah, it was around that time.
And now that you've said it, I can't even remember if I was already doing keto when I made the account. I don't think I was. I think like I made the account and then I found people doing keto and then I was like, fuck it, like they have such good results. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that, right? And it was always about like following the crowd. And we definitely followed the same crowd.
we
And
did.
there were
Yeah.
some things we tried. For me, early 2020 was the shitstorm. When was the shitstorm for you? When was that bit? Take us through
Yeah,
it.
2020. It was
2020.
early
And
20. I
I was
think
gonna say
I
what
got really
like
deep into.
Yeah, no, keep
Yeah.
going. We keep talking. It's so hard when you record on Zoom. It's like da 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 da.
I know there's like a delay as well.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely like, yeah, late 2019 when I was like really like restricting and stuff. And then again, like following the crowd of where people were going and certain um people that we were signing up with that were
Mm.
giving quite cheap meal plans at the time.
Hmm.
That was like early 2020, just as
Yeah.
like sort of COVID was starting to be a thing as well. I think that's where
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, quite deep in the restrictive phases as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say, and what did that
Mm.
look like for you? Like, what was your restrictive phase? Like calories, what was your training? Like binging, like anything, like what did it look like for you?
Um, so I think I was trying to eat as like little as possible, really.
Mm.
Like obviously, goal was like less than 15 to 20 grams of carbs per day.
Mm. Yeah.
So like that's miserable enough in itself. And then yeah,
Yeah.
and I think I was like, I don't know, 1,400 calories a day, like, and that was like, yeah, on a good day, I was probably eating that because I was like, this is what my goal is. I need to be eating less than that. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what you should be having. And I would still aim for less. And it would be like, I would probably eat once a day at one point, like a
Yeah.
dinner. But then, when you go out with your friends or whatever, and I drank a lot as well. I was a big drinker.
Yes,
And then I would,
we will get into that.
yes. Yeah. And then I would like obviously go off the deep end and I'd finally have some drinks. And it was just like, it was like full binging, like,
Yeah.
restrict all through the week and then completely off the rails by the weekend. So,
Yeah. And then it's
yeah,
like
it
that
was not
Monday comes
good.
round and you're like, I feel fucking shit. And then you would go even harder
Yeah,
because you're like, I'm
yeah.
just
And
not
you
being
do,
strict enough.
yeah, you're like, oh, you know what? It's a good reset. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do an egg fast for three to
Yeah.
5 days, just to give myself a reset.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why you're so exhausted
Yeah.
because you just,
Yeah.
yeah, it
For
was not
those
good.
listening that don't know what an egg fast is, an egg fast is basically eating eggs and cheese and like making
Yeah,
it
a little
fancy.
bit of dairy as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it for as long as you want, but generally, like when we did it, because I did one too. How many did you do?
I did about three.
Oh wow. Okay, I did the one. And I think
Yeah.
that was like that did
Yeah.
me. Because that was what made me get into like that's what made me get my lowest on the scales. And
Mm.
just for some again, I didn't even say I did it for 3 days. And just for some context, I say this all the time, I'm currently like 82 kilos. When I was like about to get into that egg fast, I was probably sitting at like 69, somewhere between like
Mm.
68, 69. I want to say 69 because that egg fast brought me down to 67. But then, of course, I start introducing the rest of my food again, and of course, it comes back anyway
Yeah.
because it was never really about like yes, calories in, calories out. It's a whole thing, but it's also because there was no carbs, like none. That
Mm.
like all the water left the body,
Mm.
and like I was a fucking
I
twig.
I also think it was like the I don't know, like the dopamine hit of like seeing the scales like drop and
Oh
you're like, oh
fucking
well, it
oath.
doesn't matter. But like that dopamine hit of like I've just eaten eggs all day and now I've lost 2 kilos in 2 days. And you're just
Yeah,
like,
it was like,
this is
fuck it, I'm
great.
so
But
good. Like, I'm so on my shit. Like,
it's so toxic for your mentality to
hmm
be like that. But it's yeah, you find yourself
yeah,
doing that. And then I like I said, I did it like 3 times and I
yeah,
didn't learn every time. Like,
no.
yeah, I came up with
And
some really, really creative egg recipes though, I'll tell you what.
yeah, can you think of some off the top of your head?
Oh, I think I did obviously cream cheese
Oh,
pancakes. So we
yeah,
did like the egg and the cream cheese.
yeah.
I had done all sorts of like fancy omelets. I think I did like deviled eggs and stuff as well. I did
Oh,
like all
yeah.
sorts of like sweet ones. Yeah, I
I did
mix it up all
a,
the time.
I did an egg fast Alfredo, which was actually, from memory, like not too bad. Because I don't remember how I made it. Like, it was fucking like 5.5 years ago. But I remember like, because you could have like dairy and like cheese, you could
Mm,
make it kind of creamy, if that makes sense. So, I remember doing that one. And then it was just like
mm,
scrambled eggs and beans. Like, I'm not fucking
yeah.
eating scrambled eggs and beans. Like, what
You're
is
like,
that? My meal
this is
prep
not
looked
it.
so fucking sad. I was like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, I'm gonna gradually introduce some veggies today, like day one transition. And I was like, looking back, I'm like, what the fuck, brother?
Like, what am I
Did you ever
doing?
do the
Yeah.
24 or 36 hour fast?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think I still have the app on my phone from way back when I had it.
Okay.
And I remember seeing them and I would have like saved fasts in there and it was like 48 hours, 36 hours. Like it was really bad.
I
And
barely
I remember going to
survived.
work. Yeah, I remember going to work and my boss at the time, she was like, "Oh, you're not having lunch today?" Because I always had, I always brought in my little lunchbox with all like my little
Yeah.
keto,
Yeah.
goodies and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you're not having lunch." And I went on a full thing about how doing a fast is really, oh my God. She was like, "You need to sit down and eat immediately." She's like, "I am not having you pass out on
Yeah.
shift today. Like, this is not happening."
Wow. Were you in
But
childcare
yeah,
back then as
no,
well?
I was a barista.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So like, yeah,
Yeah, so in
very
the
like
cafe
active.
work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my
Yeah.
feet for like 8 hours running around
That's
serving people. And I'm
fucked.
surrounded by
Yeah.
food as well. So it's like
Oh, even
constantly
harder.
looking at it.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was
think that's where
lucky
a
when
lot of my
I was gonna say when I did it, I was in an office, so it was like kind of easy, but
mm,
kind of not. Because like lunchtime,
yeah,
I would just go for a walk.
I've always worked with food. Like I'm a chef. So it's
Yeah.
like it's always been I think that's where I initially gained a lot of my weight as well, like going further back. Obviously, working in a kitchen, I
Mm.
didn't eat regular meals just because I was surrounded by food all day. So when you start to be around food all day, you don't really want to eat so much. So you find yourself grazing throughout the
Yeah.
entire day. And it was like, that's, and, over the course of like 3 or 4 years, I'd gained like, 30 kilos or something. And
So
that's
I was just
when,
gonna ask,
yeah.
at your heaviest point, how not how long, but like at what point, like what were you doing the most that like dropped the weight? And like how much did you drop? Like kind of like by that 2020. I'm like, I don't want to jump ahead timelines because I'm going to jump ahead to 2 years ago, but let's not jump ahead there.
Yeah.
I just
So
want to like look at from like
I,
when you realized I need to change and from when you like
mhm.
got to your smallest, like what was that kind of timeline like? That's the best way to say it.
I want to say it was probably about a year and a half.
A year and a
I
half.
would say.
Okay.
I think it was like 2018. I was like, I need to make a change. I was really sad at the time. I think I'd been diagnosed with depression and anxiety at the
Yeah.
time. And I, you look in the mirror and you just like, it really,
Hmm.
really hurt. And I was just so disappointed every time I looked in the mirror. And then that's when I was like, okay, I, rather than take all this medication, which I knew it wasn't doing the best for me, I was like, I'm going to channel that into doing something positive for myself. And that's
Yeah.
where my Instagram came from. Like I gave up on the medication and I was like, I'm going to focus
Wow.
on doing something that's going to make me happier, which was losing the weight and doing stuff and building a community. And it really did help me. Obviously, it wasn't the most healthy way I'd done it by the end of it,
Yeah.
but in that time by 2020, I went to my lowest weight. I went to Darwin in 2019 for a holiday and I'd
Yeah.
lost 20 kilos by that point.
Yeah.
So it was like a year and a half. Yeah. And then
Wow.
2020 was like just trying to like maintain and I didn't maintain. I kept gaining because obviously I was, introducing other foods again and I didn't understand what a maintenance sort of looked like. And I ended up
Yeah.
gaining a lot more weight after that.
I was gonna say we'll
Yeah.
also go into that. I'm gonna have to write this down. I'm like my brain. I'm gonna remember all this. I was like, I'm gonna skip forward to 2 years ago in a second.
Mm,
But I just want to say like that it was. I feel like you obviously told me that you previously have like suffered with anxiety, depression and stuff. But I had
mm,
no idea that it was like you already had that mindset of like I don't want to be on medication and I want to actually just change
mm.
my life in
Yeah,
like a more holistic
it
way.
wasn't it wasn't me. It was actually my husband who was obviously just,
Bless him.
yeah, my boyfriend at the time, now married.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him. He was like, "You are not you, like on this medication." Like I was just like a
Wow.
shell of who I was. Like he was like, I'd rather, it sounds really sad, but he's like, I'd rather see you be miserable than not have like anything, because at least like you still have some
Mm,
emotion. You know what I mean? Like I was just a
wow.
shell of like who I was, and that's when he was like, right, we need to, yeah. And he was the one
Wow.
that kind of encouraged me to. like start
Oh my
something.
gosh.
Yeah.
Bless him. We love Alex.
Yeah. And he
Bless
did, and
him. So
he like
cute.
he got full involved as well. Like he started going to the
Wow.
gym. He looked after himself. Like it was like we did it together. It was really
That
cool.
is, oh
Yeah.
my God, that's, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't know any of this, and I've been
Yeah.
coaching Charlie for 2 years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it
That's
was
so
really, I'll have to send you,
cute.
after this, I will send you some photos from us back in like 2018,
Oh my
19, like
God.
working out together and like, it's
I
really
can't
wholesome
wait.
actually.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's so fucking cute. Oh, we love
yeah.
it. Bless him. Oh my, it's so funny because
Yeah,
like I've met him and I'm like, he's just like
yeah,
the most like Aussie bloke you've ever met. Like I just don't expect that from him, but I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that is so cute.
He's really funny.
Bless.
We're like polar opposites, but so like our interests are the same, but we're like polar opposites.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mm.
Um, all right, let's fast forward a bit because I'm like, I have no idea how much time we have
Mm.
left. Let's fast forward to 2 years ago. So actually, what were you doing between 2020 and then what was 2 years ago, 2023? I've been coaching you for 2 years, yeah. Yes, two
Yeah, two
years.
years.
Because in my head, I was like, it's only been a year, but I was like, no, 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 no. It's
No,
been
it's
two
been two
years.
years. Months.
Wow.
Yeah, in
So
October. Yeah.
before
Wow.
before we had a chat on Instagram and before we get into
Hmm.
that, where were you kind of at in your journey? So obviously 2020 was like the shitstorm. I think a lot of people had a shitstorm for many different reasons,
Mm.
2020. And kind of like what had you done up to 2023 where you were kind of like, okay, like something else needs to change now?
So I think from like, yeah, from like mid 2020 to 2023, I think I was just still like, I got married in that time. So I got engaged and got
Yeah.
married. So like, I think a lot of, yeah, there was a lot happening. Like it was all really like, it was fun. There were celebrations. We were really lucky in WA. There wasn't
Mm,
too many lockdowns and stuff, and I
yeah.
think we all kind of celebrated that a lot over here.
Yeah.
So like yeah, it was all we were just kind of like I'd given up. I hadn't given up on keto, but like I kept like going backwards. You know, when I'd let myself like go too far, and then I'd be like, oh, I need to go back to keto, and I was kind of like jumping
Yeah.
backwards and forwards from enjoying my life to like restrictions, and it would last like
Yeah.
2 months of doing this and I go off the rails for like 2 months,
Yeah.
and I was doing that for a good like 3 years, like jumping backwards and forwards, and I'd gained
Yeah.
pretty much all of the weight, not all of the weight back, but a good 15 kilos of the weight back.
Yeah.
But it was different. Like it wasn't, I didn't look at myself and hate myself in the mirror this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was not the happiest where I was, but like I was trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But yeah, that
Yeah.
was like 3 years of just backwards, forwards, up and down, yo-yo dieting. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. And I actually just want to like touch on that whole thing about like you guys didn't have much restrictions. So it was really like
Mm,
I should be enjoying myself because like Melbourne, we sucked and we were bloody locked down
mm,
forever. Because as a Melburnian, I feel like I had the same thing across 2020 and 2021 because we had a lot of lockdowns in that time. It was
yeah.
like I would restrict so hard when we were in lockdown because I could and I could control my food and I could lose the weight and I could do whatever. That as soon as we were let out of lockdown, I did the same thing. I was like, I'm out of lockdown. I should be grateful. I should be taking advantage of this. I don't know when we're going to go back into lockdown. And then I would just go fucking hard. And that's when it would lead to binge drinking and eating and everything like that. So like I just want to like validate you in that as well because I can't imagine
Yeah.
like you guys didn't have as many lockdowns and you're like, well, fuck, there's people in
Yeah.
Melbourne are hating life. We should be
We were
out
just,
celebrating every day.
yeah. We were just waiting for it to come and slap us in the
Yeah.
face. Like we were just like,
Yeah.
let's just, we had a lot of there was still a lot of like restrictions in place, but we weren't locked down the whole
Mm.
time. We had very small increments of being locked down, like very,
Yeah.
very small. It was like a week here and there, not like you
Yeah.
guys for like months at a
We
time. And we were
had
just like, we're
months.
gonna get it. We're gonna
Yeah.
get it. So we were all just like living it up while we could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had months. There was one where we had a
Ugh.
5 day lockdown, which was rogue. Um,
Mm.
I think that was the start of 2021. It was around February. It was sometime start of that year.
That's exactly when we had ours. It was right at the end of January. We had a 1 week lockdown and I was getting married in 3 weeks.
Oh no, that's
So
stressful.
yeah, evacuated from the
That's wild.
bushfires, had the lockdown, and I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
not getting
God.
married. Yeah, I don't think I've told you that story. And I was like, I'm not getting married in 2 weeks. Like, what is going on? Like, yeah, it was
Wow.
wild. Yeah, it all happened. It was all amazing. But yeah, it was chaos. I was like, oh my God, I've paid all this money and we're not going to
Yeah.
get married. Yeah.
Because I
Luckily
remember you did
yeah,
tell me like the venue you got, like it was much quicker than you expected, and like it was all happening very
yeah,
last minute. Yeah, and then to be thrown with
yeah,
all
it
this stuff,
was.
it's like, holy shit, give me a break.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's crazy. Wow.
Mm,
Okay. Wow. Okay. Australia was crazy. All right, so let's take it to, so you spent 2020 to 2023. It's so hard to say these years so many times. You spend that time kind of like on and off, like yo-yo dieting, all the things.
hmm.
Then we had a chat in the DMs, and I don't know, I feel like you maybe reached out to me or you responded to a story I posted. There was
Yeah.
something like that. And then we were having a chat about like where you're currently at, like kind of like what we can do, like how I can help and like all the kind of things. Um, and I kind of want to know like your mindset around that time and around investing and like all of that. And then I'm going to go into
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah. So you had started your business page and I
Yeah.
immediately followed that because like we'd been talking, on and off for a couple of years at that point.
Yeah.
And, I was always like on there like, oh, like this is something that I need, but I'm like so scared. I was like,
Yeah.
like this is it's a whole thing to like
And it's
sign
scary.
up
It is
with a
scary.
coach. And especially it's like, I'd gone from all of these like super cheap meal plans and stuff like that. And it was like, it's an investment, right? Like, and I
Hmm.
was like, I remember messaging you and we broke it all down. And I was like, okay, like give me a few days. Like I need to go away and think about this. And I remember it was like the very next day. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Like I'm, you know what? Like I need this. And I didn't even tell my husband. I was like punching his, did everything. And I was,
Thank you, Alex.
and yeah. And, yeah, we kind of jumped into, and I was really scared at first because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I jumped into it like, as best as I could at the time. But yeah, it was good because it was like, I think especially after like the first like 2 weeks, I was like, okay, well, I'm investing all of this, this money. I
Yeah.
need to invest in me. Like I need to put in the work to do it.
Yeah.
Like
And
I
that's
want to,
like,
I want to do the best that I can do.
yeah. And like, and let's just like side note this for a second. Talking about like investments and how we both did our very cheap, like $7 a week meal plans. And did we ever follow them?
Mm, no, God, no,
No. Didn't follow
no.
them. Did we actually get proper advice? I remember when I said to them I was not, I had no energy. I couldn't go to gym. Their response was to drop my calories. And it was like very
Mm,
robotic. Do you know what I mean? Like that was, I was
yeah.
paying the $7 and I was getting the $7 worth.
Mm.
As
I
opposed to like,
think another reason,
and I was
yeah.
gonna say, and that's where you
I'm
said
like,
like you're so used to paying for like a one-off meal plan or like a cheap program or
mm,
like something like that to then be like, I actually need something else and to actually invest like one-on-one. It's a huge
mhm.
step. And I remember when I did it years ago, I was terrified as well. And but I remember just I was at like a breaking point. I was like, I just fucking need help. Like I just, and it was
Mm,
the best fucking thing I ever did. But
yeah.
anyway, go back to what you were saying.
Yeah, no, it was just yeah, just you finally investing in yourself
Yeah,
the right way. Yeah. And
yeah,
then it was just getting all that guidance. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
And
it
like,
doesn't have to be
yeah,
shit,
I kind of want to go into like the 2 years of like everything that's happened in the last 2 years
Yes.
because it's not even like just a health thing. Like your life is like so many things
I'm
have
a
happened for you.
totally I am a totally different person from when
Yeah,
I started 2 years ago. I'm a different person completely. It's
you
amazing.
are.
Like
And it's
I'm so
like
happy. Like,
100%,
yeah,
right? And like
yeah,
even back then, I feel like I've always known you as this person. I don't know. Like
yeah.
I like feel like unless you when we used to talk at the start, like you just didn't. Well, I was going to say you didn't actually tell me all the things.
No.
So let's go back to
You
that
still found out
drinking.
stuff today that I
Yeah,
didn't even know about. Yeah.
let's go
Yeah.
back to that drinking thing. So I remember when you started coaching with me, I remember you were still kind of dabbling around 1600 calories. That like number springs
Yeah.
to mind. 1600 calories,
Yeah, it
weren't eating
was.
breakfast, weren't always
Mm-mm.
eating lunch. You would get to
Barely.
dinner
Yeah.
and you would eat like the calories or
Everything.
more in that like one sitting. which
Yeah.
I'm sure, I feel like people listening to this podcast, like, I feel like they're very aware that even if they're doing that, they know that that's not ideal. Like, no one listening to this is going to be like, oh my God,
Mm.
someone's putting something outside their window. Sorry. Oh my God, they're throwing a mattress down. They just threw a mattress. They're like 3 stories up. That is crazy. Oh my God, that's
You'll
hilarious.
see the
Oh my God.
bags of clothes
But
next.
literally, I was just like, what is coming out of that window? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my God, ADHD. Oh my God, what were we talking about?
Um, no, it's gone.
Oh my God, we're talking. It was about the 1,600 calories, eating it all at night time, not eating
Oh yeah,
breakfast.
people, yeah, we all know it's
Yeah,
bad.
we know it's bad. You're feeling low energy. You were in it like bits of pain, like your back, your hips. There was other things.
Yeah.
You were drinking and smoking, and you didn't tell me either of those for I don't even know how long it
No.
was. A
I
couple
didn't
months, I
tell you
think.
that I had, I think once I hit the 2 month mark, I think I told
Mm,
you that I had
I think
quit
two
them
months.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I needed to prove to myself that I could do it. Because if I told someone that I failed, I didn't want to disappoint them.
yeah.
So I
Which
was so
is
scared. I
yeah,
was so ashamed to. You didn't even know that I smoked, and
and that's what I
that
mean.
and that I had a bit of a drinking problem.
Yeah.
I drank way too much. But yeah, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to disappoint you
Yeah, I
if I
know. And
failed,
like, it's
which
crazy
is
to
so
think that.
silly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
like
remember,
no,
like,
like where we are now, I'd be like,
yeah,
oh yeah, no, like this is what I do. Like,
literally,
whatever.
when you messaged me,
Yeah,
you were like, oh, by the way, like, I haven't drank alcohol in like 2 months. And I was like, what? And you're
yeah,
like, and I stopped smoking as well. And I was like, what?
yeah. And do you know
I
what it
didn't
was?
even know
I was
you
like,
were.
yeah, I was like, I can't afford to do these and have
Yes.
like coaching. And I was like, well, I know which one's better for me. So I just like I went cold turkey on both. Like
Yeah.
I just like I put down the cigarettes and the vapes and I just stopped drinking one weekend.
Yeah.
And it has been it'll be I
It's
think I'm up to
nearly,
like 22 months
I was going
now.
to say, it'd be
So
coming up 2 years.
first, yeah, so the 2nd of November is 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
wild. I know.
It's so
It feels weird
crazy.
to say,
But
like,
it's
I
like,
don't
and
drink.
it's kind of something to highlight as well. It's like, I didn't tell you to do that.
No,
You
God,
just
no.
did it.
No. You're
You
like,
know,
I
like I love a
don't approve
drink.
of the smoking, but
Yeah, the
like,
smoking, yeah, I'm happy we're not doing that.
yeah.
But like
No, but like,
a lot of people love
everyone loves a drink.
alcohol.
Like, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And I
just
think they have
didn't
to cut
like
it out.
myself on it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just
And
didn't
like
like
you have
myself
your own
on it.
personal
And
reasons for that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was sick of borrowing tomorrow's happiness,
Yeah.
because I would just go, that's what I always said. I was borrowing tomorrow's happiness and I didn't have any happiness tomorrow because I just drank too much. And yeah,
That's a really good way of
it's a
putting
whole
it.
thing. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I
it's
don't
so
know. It's how
true.
I've always looked at it now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like you give up. Yeah. Because you're always miserable if you're hungover, unless you can drink to moderation where you don't have a
I was
hangover.
gonna say there's like I am very good
Some
at
people
like
can.
the moderation thing. So I
Yeah.
used to always cut it out because I was like, gotta be good, can't have alcohol. And then I would binge on
Mm,
it. I remember I did 75
mm.
hard towards the end of 2020. And then we came out of lockdown in December, the same time I was finishing 75 hard. When I tell you that month, I reckon I destroyed myself. Like I was like
Yeah.
drinking so much. I was
I
constantly going
remember you
here, there.
doing,
Oh my God, man,
yeah, I
I
remember
was
you doing
wild.
75 hard.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I
Yeah.
restricted everything and then I went fucking crazy. I was sleeping like 4 hours a night. I was going here, I was going there, I was drinking. I was like, she was lit,
Mm,
like constantly, like
mm.
24/7. I was like, oh my God. And I
Yeah.
remember, I think I ended up hospitalized. I don't need to go into this story. Um, but yeah, the start of Jan that next year, like I was like, I had a bottomless brunch like a few days into Jan, and it was like, this is my last like drinking thing. And then it got real out of hand. I'm pretty sure I was spiked though, like 99% sure. Like Ambos came,
That
like took me to
sucks.
hospital. Like they were like, yeah, like it was a whole thing. But
It's
I
not
just remember
good.
being like, I'm fucking cooked. Like, what is like
Yeah.
wrong with me?
Yeah. Like, what is this life?
Yeah. So then I tried to cut it out fully. And then now I'm like, I have it. Like I can go and have multiple drinks and like
Mm,
stop when I know. I'm like,
that's
I'm
so
good.
good.
Yeah. And
I
then like,
think I drink I have all of my non-alcoholic wines and beers. Like
that's what I was gonna
I
say.
still love a vino. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink non-alcoholic beers. on the weekends, I'm just like staring. I got a whole box of non-alcoholic wine delivered and they're just on my shelf over there and I can't
Yeah.
wait to have one. And it's Wednesday. So I'm like, I will just wait till Friday. I still treat it like a drink though.
Yeah.
Like I won't have them throughout the week. I'll still only have them on Fridays and
Yeah.
Saturdays. But yeah, I
But you
still
still get
love
to
it. Like
enjoy
I
it
put it in my
without,
wine glass. Yes,
yeah.
yeah. And it still feels like I'm having a drink. Like I still get
Yeah.
involved. Like when we go out, we pick venues that have got non-alcoholic drinks. All my friends, all my family, they do that for me, which I
Yeah.
love. Like it's so lovely. So we get to go out
Yeah.
and still have a drink together. So
But
yeah, but I
when we
still have
went
my
to the
drinks.
footy, remember we went to the footy and they
And they
ran out
ran
of all
out
the
of and they ran out of
non-alcoholic.
the beers by half time. And I was like, what is this?
Like, time
I
to
was so
leave.
sad. I sat there with my Coke and I was like, this sucks. I just
Just
want a
want my
beer.
beer. Oh my God, that was so funny. Oh
Oh
man, what
God.
a good time.
Yeah.
What a good
But yes,
time.
I didn't tell you for ages. And then I was like, right, we done it. I'm there, I can tell you, and you're like, Slay, didn't know you were,
Yeah,
but
I was
keep
like,
on
but,
keeping on.
and then I put it, that's right, I put it in the coaching app for like
Yes.
I had like a little habit every week. So you could tick it off every week
Yeah.
and be like, cool, another week
Yeah.
smoke free, another week
Yeah.
alcohol free. And I feel like
Yeah.
that like kind of also helped keep it in the back of your head a bit as well. Like
Always.
I think there was still a bit of a struggle in those first few months. And that kind of reminded you
Yeah.
like, okay, like there's a reason I'm doing this
Mm,
and like I don't want to be feeling shit XYZ. And it kind of
mm.
like kept that going for
Yeah,
you. So and now you're just
100%.
like fucking slam having a good time. Like don't even care. Don't even think twice.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
yeah.
no, I don't. And it's so wild. I never thought I would be that person. I never thought I would be that person.
Yeah.
But it just makes it easier come Monday morning. Like have spent my weekend doing, things for me, like stuff that's going to set me up for the following week, right? Like I
Yeah.
can, schedule in, my walks, my exercises, my strength sessions. I can go park run on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I would never have been able to go to park run on a Saturday morning with the way
Yeah.
that I used to be. Get all my meal prep done. Like my money goes to much better things
Oh yeah.
now that like benefit me more.
Oh
And I
yeah.
love that.
And
Like
even something
I'm
is
a
like
totally different person.
yeah, even like the fact you just said meal prep, it just made me think like on the weekend, like we had no groceries and I was
Mm.
like, girl, I gotta eat. And it was like Saturday night. I got home from like a lunch down fucking not near me. And I got home and I was like, girl, I gotta eat. And like, I was like, shops are closing. There's nothing there at night time. Mitch and I had bought dinner on Friday night and then like he was out on Saturday night and I bought my own. And I was like, the fucking money we spent on 2 nights worth of food.
So
I can literally go to
expensive.
groceries. Like it's
Yeah,
actually
it's so
stupid.
expensive.
And I'm like, how
Yeah.
do people just constantly buy their lunch out, buy their breakfast? Like people that go out every day and buy food out every day, I just don't get it. I
No,
don't get it.
I don't know how people can afford that. Like if you can, like tell me what you do for work because
Yeah.
one, I need to do that. Two, two, like you just there's something about a home cooked meal as well though.
I
Like
was gonna
it's
say it's
just
also like you just feel a bit shit after eating some things are great, but like
yeah,
some things you're like, I
yeah,
just shit. Like I wish I just made something instead. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
My
Like,
husband,
yeah.
he tends to especially when he's out on the road, so sometimes he has to
Mm.
drive. And he is more than capable of taking the lunch that I made for him and still heating it up. Like he is fine. He's like, no, I'm driving today. I'm gonna go get some food and I'll find whatever, the bag in the back of the car is. And it's like
Yeah.
HJ's, KFC, like whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll come in and he's like, I don't feel very well. And I was like, yeah, yeah, what did you have? And he's like, oh, I had KFC. And I was like, the food that I made for you in your lunchbox. He's like, oh, I'll have that for dinner.
Oh my
You're so
God.
bad.
It's
Yeah, he
yeah,
regrets it every time. Every
every
time. I
single
was like,
time. It's just
yeah,
it's wild stuff. Yeah.
it's so
I don't know.
funny. Oh
Could have
well.
been me. Could have been
Mm-mm.
me. Alrighty. If there was just a bit of a glitch in the podcast, we lost how much time do we have? 40 minutes. We lost our time, and so we've had to wait for the file to convert and then jump back on. So you can see a change in my background because we're losing light here in Melbourne. But yeah, there's a bit of a glitch. It's because I suck at editing and you're just gonna have to deal with it. But we were talking about something I can't remember. I feel like it took about 10 minutes for the thing to record, but I
Uh,
know what I want to talk about. coming back into it. So I wanted to talk about, because I didn't even mention that when we started like working together, we just focused on nutrition and more
Yeah.
specifically like habits.
Mm,
Like I said previously, you were on like you were barely on like you're barely eating 1600 calories, but if you did, like you're eating it all at night or more, and like you weren't
yeah.
eating breakfast, like any meals, like you were so tired,
Mm,
exhausted, like all the things. So all we literally focused on at the start was having breakfast, which
yeah.
took a bit.
Oh, look, and I'm still sometimes I'm still really bad for it. Like it's just, I think that's so
Yeah.
ingrained in me. Like I get so busy and I just, or at least I think that I'm so busy, right? And I just get up and go. But I do my best to
Yeah.
at least like have a piece of fruit on a morning or like a yogurt or something just to like start
Yeah.
and then eat something a little bit more substantial. But yeah, breakfast was like it was
Mm.
scary. It was
Yeah.
sounds
No,
so
but
weird
it's
to
so
say.
true because we fasted for so long. We spent
Yeah,
our days 16-hour
I was like,
fasting.
if I eat breakfast, I'm gonna eat too much in the day
Yes,
because I
that's
eat too much
exactly
at
what
the
it is.
So I was like, no, no can do.
Exactly.
And you're like,
Yeah.
rule number one,
Yeah.
okay? First thing we are doing, rule number one, you're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay. Do not question me. Like, you don't have rules. Eat fucking
Yeah.
breakfast. That's your rule.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That was the one
and that was
thing. And
it.
it's so funny because like I feel like these days when you don't have it, I'm just getting more comfy. I feel
I'm
like these days when you don't
starving
have
by
it,
9 a.m.
yeah, you know it. You're
I'm so
starving, you're
hungry. I'm
tired.
grumpy.
Yeah, you're just having a shit time and you're
Hmm.
like, I feel like there's been some check-ins where you'll be like, oh, I felt like blah 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 this week, and I've been like, did you have breakfast? And you're like, oh no.
No, probably not.
You're like,
Yeah,
ah,
probably
shit, I
not.
didn't have breakfast.
Or I was eating it like way too late.
Mm.
Like, yeah,
Which I can
yeah.
testify, like my Wednesdays are very busy with clients in the morning. I will have something,
Hmm.
I'll always have something small before I start at 6 a.m.
Hmm.
Um, but there are some days where I don't actually get like a solid break. Like I'll get like a 5 minutes
Hmm.
to myself, if that. Just like between like classes, people coming, going, like there's so many people to yap to in the studio. And for example, today, one of our other PTs is sick, so I had some more clients, and like I literally didn't have my actual meal, like my actual breakfast, until 12:40.
Mm.
Like I've been up since
You're like,
4:45.
you're
Like
like,
that's 8 hours. And like I
yeah,
always feel it on a Wednesday. Wednesdays I'm always fucking starving because I don't eat big
busy.
enough early enough. If I have a break, I'll eat it. It's usually like 8:20 I can eat it. But some days I just can't. Like some days I'm just so
Yeah.
back to back with clients and appointments and all the things that
Mm.
yeah. And like I wasn't even hungry. Like this morning I had a protein pudding at 5:45 and like I wasn't even hungry, but I was like, I need to fucking have something.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, give me
that
some
was me.
sustenance.
This was me this morning. I had a protein pudding.
Yep.
Like first up, I
Kitties.
had my little and then I didn't take anything else with me to work, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. But I one of my favorite foods that I cook at daycare
Mm,
was today, so I was like,
I
wolfed
fucking
back a bowl of
know.
that at 11 a.m. So yeah, I'm getting hungry now actually. So, but I know I'm going
So
out for
am
dinner, so that's very
I.
exciting. So I'm just like, I'm gonna get a good dinner tonight. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like yeah, today I was like, I need to eat. I'm just so hungry today, especially
Yeah.
because like this week has been the week where I was like, again, like after I was sick for best part of a month, and we were
Hmm.
like, okay, what we're going to do this week is we're just going to go back to like super basics because it's
Yeah.
like I sometimes will jump off the deep end a little bit where I'm just like, okay, right, I need to go back into being perfect. And like, no, like,
Hmm.
no, we're
Hmm.
not doing that. Like, I'm not even tracking my calories this week. It's like, just eat those 3 meals. Just eat your
Eat
breakfast,
three
your
meals.
lunch, your dinner, drink your water, get your steps in. Like,
Yeah.
that was my goal this week because that's more important than yeah, like trying to track everything, especially if you haven't been eating properly and looking after yourself for a while. It's just like just
Yeah.
nail the basics and then everything else comes. You do the
Yeah.
basics. It's easy
And
to
I'm
build on
like,
basics.
and it's one of those things, it's like I've been so quote unquote shit or not well or like whatever it is. And we feel like we need to jump into perfection and be like, okay, I need
Yeah.
to hold myself to this higher standard because I have spent the last month not doing anything good for me. So
Mm.
now I need to do everything good
Yeah.
for me in one go. And it's like, no.
And you wonder why you fail all the time.
Exactly. And it's a cycle
Yeah.
I see. It's all the time. It's like
Mm.
that restriction binge. It's like where you restrict for so long,
Yeah.
then you binge on whatever you wanted, like whether it's
Mm.
alcohol, the chocolate, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's it's such a fucking common cycle. It's
Mm.
just like, oh my
And
God.
and I think that's like the best thing about having like you're the middle person. Like I've not been good for a while and then my brain's telling
Mm,
me, okay, now we're gonna be perfect. And then you're here in the middle and you're saying, okay, right, no. We're gonna like yeah, sure. Like we know what you can do. Like
yeah.
we've been there, we've done it. We know that we can get all of our sessions in and we can track our calories perfectly and we can do all of these things. But like that took a while to build up. Like
Yeah.
let's just like just do these small things and then next week we'll add another thing in and we'll you know what I mean? Like we'll get back
Yeah.
up to it. And I
And
think
yeah.
that's when you're on your own, you tend to jump straight off the deep end because you don't have someone telling you to say like pull you back in and be like, okay, actually, like let's just
And that's
chill.
exactly it.
We can do it. Yeah. I'd be
That's
so screwed
exactly
if
it.
I didn't tell you what was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm like, and that's why I say
yeah,
every week to everyone, I'm like, I need to know whatever's
yeah.
happening. Otherwise, I can't. Like, what can I do?
Can't help.
I'm not a
Yeah,
mind reader. I'm not a mind reader.
no,
And that's the thing is like I get to know everyone so well that I know what's gonna work for each person.
yeah,
I'm like, some people like the basics is like drink a glass of water. That's dramatic. It's a
yeah,
bit more than that. But like it's like it was one thing. One
yeah,
thing. Whereas you, I'm like, I know you eat well, but you need to eat more regularly and just keep up
yeah.
your
I
water.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you can do a
That's
few
my,
things.
it's eating regularly. That's my problem. Because I'll just like, it sounds so weird to say, but like I will just forget to eat throughout the day because I'm surrounded by food all day. I will just forget and I'll get to like, yeah, like now, if I hadn't had that pudding this morning because I've got stairs in the back of my mind saying each damn breakfast and I didn't have like if it wasn't a yummy food at daycare that I really love to eat, like I would be 3:45 now and I would still be like, okay, no worries. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just so
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't. Like I'm just like my hunger cues I think are so ruined from like years of just ignoring them that I
Yeah.
still forget sometimes. Like it's
Or
just
coffee for breakfast.
yeah, look, that
Coffee
still sometimes
suppresses,
happens. It does.
but it's like I was
Mm,
talking to my boss today and we are talking about like people will come to us and be like, I want help with nutrition and like she'll like be on a sales call and she'll be like, well like run me through like a typical day. Like what do you usually eat? And they're like, oh like no, like I have a coffee for breakfast and then like hours go past and I'm like, shit, haven't eaten or whatever. So I just grab another coffee and it's
mhm,
like where did like it all go so wrong?
mm,
Like
yeah,
I love coffee. But I
yeah.
just could not breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I don't understand. Like there's only so much caffeine I can have before I'm
Mm,
like, whoa, what's good? Like it actually has some weird effect on me if I have too much. I'm
yeah.
like spacey. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
That's so funny. I have a lot of caffeine. Me, like, and I sleep like a baby too. Like, it's really funny,
Yeah.
like the amount of caffeine that I have in a day. Like, I'm having an oxy shred now. It's
I was
3:45 because I
like,
know I'm going out for a
I was
spin.
literally like, I was planning on making one after we recorded this, but I'm like, it's 5:47 p.m.
Yeah, like
Also,
yeah,
I have so
it's
much to do. I'm probably gonna be up for fucking hours.
mm,
So maybe.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
an oxy
But
shred.
yes,
Love.
I forgot what we were saying. It was like, oh
Well, we
yeah,
were
we
talking about
just started on
breakfast
nutrition.
and
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
We
just
just started
started
on nutrition and
nutrition.
my habits, and it was like, right, we're gonna start having breakfast, and we're just gonna you gave me my calories and
Oh
it was
yeah. And you were like, whoa.
and you put me straight on I think it was like just over 2000
Mm-hmm.
and
Remember,
you were
I
like okay
calculated much higher.
my yeah you were like oh you definitely should be on I think it was like 2700 or
It was
2800 and I
it
was
was
like
that's how much I calculated, but I
yeah
was like, she's been eating
you were like
1600. But it happens with
yeah
everyone. I have to drop everyone from
yeah
what the actual
yeah
calculations
and
are
I remember
because
you
no
were
one's
like okay
eating.
like yeah I think you put me on like 2000 and I for some reason this number rings about 2049 I don't know,
Oh,
like
that's
that's
very
what like
specific.
it was very specific, and that's but that was after you put in like my macros. You're like, this is what we're gonna have, and that's what it spat
Yeah.
out. And I was like, and you were like, this is where we're starting, and I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
Starting.
Sorry, like we're gonna go like up more, and you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, yeah. And then I think by the time I think it was only on that for like 2 months, and you're like, all right, we're going up. We're
Yeah.
going up. We're gonna do it. I think we went up like 3 times, and I was like, and I remember by the time I got my third one, I was like, fuck yes.
Like eating so much food, it
I was
feels
actually
unreal.
excited. I was like, oh my God, I can, like, if I was having my dinner, I was like, I can put a couple of extra chippies on my plate now, and I can
Yeah.
do like, you know what I mean? I was like excited. I was like, this is like, this is unreal. I was so used to eating so much. And then I think it was by the time, because I think we did nutrition only for like, I want to say close to a year.
Yeah, I think it was about a year.
I think it was close to a year.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like 8 months or something. And it was, yeah, when you gave me a training plan, you were like, calories are going up,
They're
girlfriend, like,
going
let's
up
go.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And
And
I
I
want
knew
to
it.
talk to like the whole, like at the start, it was scary. And again,
Yeah.
everyone is terrified. They're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, this is what you're
Yeah.
eating. And then you get so like used to it. And then I'm like, all right, we're going to go up again. But like you see that like the scales aren't moving. The
No.
measurements, they might go down actually. Measurements often,
Yeah.
everyone chuck them on maintenance. Measurements or
Hmm.
weight or a bit of both will drop because
Yeah.
they're actually like you're feeding your body. It's not
Mm.
starving and it's not trying to like grab onto everything, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just want to like, I wanted to bring up like how you get to the like you start in this restriction and then you get told you can eat more and you're like, whoa, don't believe it. And then you hit a
Yeah.
point where you're like, you can see the evidence and each time you eat more, like your weight doesn't move. I can actually, my sister, when I was living with her earlier this year, she did a deficit just like on her own, like she was, I don't know, she was just doing it. And then I think she was on 1600 calories. It was something like that. And she at some point was just like I could tell she was getting like I could see because I was living with her. I could see those little like behaviors she was doing, her mindset around food. I could see all these things and like I don't know if she had decided to end the deficit or if I had said something about it and she finally like because you can't like push like family I find is a very touchy subject and I was like I can't push but I can like just make little notes here and there.
Guide.
Yeah, and I was like, I can say these things. And then she started to see how I was eating as well, because I was in a deficit at some point when I was living there too. And then she was like, can you like help me? Because I kept saying, I can get your calories up. I was like, we can go right up. And I think I ended up, she was on 2,500. She's just gone back into a deficit. So it's been months since she was last in one. And like, she was like, oh my God, I'm eating so much food. Her weight did not move.
Mm.
For months, it sat at 69 or
Yeah.
like 69 point whatever it was. Like it sat in that every single week. Like I could show you her Everfit profile because I made her put it in there. And I was like, you can see it did not move for months. And she went from 1,600 calories. So she'd lost 7 kilos. And then I upped her calories by nearly 1,000 a day. And she
Mm.
stayed. That 7 kilos
It's
still
so
gone.
wild, isn't it?
It is like when you do it right, it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
And sorry, that was a side note because I was like, now I want to go into what we talked about earlier, how we talked about like we spent so long in maintenance and building up the calories and being excited to eat more food and
So
feeling
long.
so good and having energy and like just feeling free, like going
Mm.
out to eat and not stressing about the calories, like just being able to
Mm.
make food or like your partner makes food and it's like you don't have to worry about it because you know that like you have all this space, your
I was
body's
like,
used to eating it.
I could have ice cream after dinner. I
Yeah.
could, have those chippies. Like it was like all stuff that I was like constantly said, like
Yeah.
no, you cannot have that. Like
Yeah.
I didn't have that restriction
Yeah.
anymore.
And it
Like
all
it was
came from
so
that
good.
fear of like putting on weight.
Yeah.
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 And now, like,
Yeah.
then we
Like, oh,
get to
I
that
don't want
point.
to. Mm,
Yeah, that point where we built up and we got so used to eating so much that this is a
mm,
bit I brought up before and I was like, I want to talk about in the 2 years that we've been working together.
Yeah.
we have pretty much maintained slash built up your calories the whole time,
Yeah.
and we've done one deficit, and I want to
Yes.
talk about it
Yeah.
because if anyone listening to this is like at that place where you've been dieting for years and like you're kind of scared to do maintenance, but then you're in maintenance and then you're scared to do a deficit. There's like a whole like back and forth. Like it's an actual bit of a mind fuck. That first deficit, I experienced this, Charlie experienced this. That first deficit after a 2-year maintenance period of allowing yourself to eat more, allowing yourself that freedom, that first deficit is actually fucking hard.
Yeah.
And
I went into it
yeah.
so
Tell us the tale.
I tell you what, okay? I was so confident. I was
Yeah.
like, I basically starved myself for 4 years. Okay. I can cut off a couple of calories. I can
Hmm.
do that. That's easy. No
Yeah.
worries. I was I was humbled. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It was so difficult. Like I was not expecting it to be hard at all.
No.
And I really struggled. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it was definitely a bit of a flop for sure. Like and
But it was a
I knew
learning.
that. I learned
A
so much.
fucking
Like
learning. Yeah.
I was so surprised at how
Yeah.
much I was going to struggle, but then all of like how much I learned during that period as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just not
Yeah.
expecting it to be
And it's
hard.
specifically the thing of like you've had so much freedom. You didn't have to always be
Yeah.
prepared going out. Like you didn't have to
Yeah.
plan as much ahead. Whereas when you go into the deficit, we generally would drop the carbs, right? Maybe a little bit of protein, a little
Mm.
bit of fat, depending on like where you're at. We'll generally drop the carbs. So like you'd
Yeah.
think, oh, that's fucking easy. Like I did keto for how many years? Like you think it's
Yeah.
so easy,
And
and
it's
then you go to
so
do
not.
it. You have to be so prepared
Yeah. I think it
because you're
was
so
if I
used
hadn't
to
spent
it.
that much time in maintenance and learning that food isn't the enemy. Like
Yeah.
that's not what was wrong.
No.
Um and then yeah, and that was it. It wasn't even that much that we dropped by. Like it wasn't
No.
much. And I was like, I can't do this.
I
Like
think you
this
were
is
still on
really
like
hard.
2100 or something. It was something like it wasn't even a
Yeah,
big drop.
no. I think we dropped the calories by like 350, 400 calories. That was it.
Mm,
Yeah, I think we dropped like 400 calories. That was
yeah.
it. And I was like, I was like, this, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
And like it's funny
I remember
because
messaging you and I remember messaging you and I was like, I, I, I'm so bad. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm really struggling. And you were like, I'm not surprised. Totally. It was
mm,
like, it's like, it's your first one. It was your first, I remember
hmm.
going into it. I was like, what's your goal? What is your goal for this deficit? We set like, intentions and stuff at the start during the whole balancing her. Like, I think it was the very first one. No, I don't remember if it was the first one or the second one.
It was the
And I
first,
was
yeah,
like,
because balancing her has been
yeah,
on once. It used to be Elevate. But
yeah.
yeah, so it was
Oh,
balancing her,
yes.
yeah.
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 And I was like, my intention for this is to get through my first healthy deficit.
Hmm.
Very specific with my words, healthy deficit.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was so much harder.
It's
I
hard.
was so like, wow, people who do the work in the maintenance and build up their calories to then drop, it's a whole thing. Like, yeah, my hat goes
There's a
off to you
lot
because it
to
was a lot
it.
harder than what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just literally about like I said, because back when we were in that restriction phase, and I was saying this to someone the other day, that because they were like, I don't like going on a walk at lunchtime, like in my office wear. And I was like, I used to do it. I used to fucking sweat every lunchtime. I'd do laps of like I was in an industrial fucking area at this point. I would do laps of it and I would have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, every single thing meal prepped. I would spend hours on a Sunday prepping. I would be walking as much as I could, like any chance I got to walk, I was always walking. And like it was that thing of like that's what I did back then, but I didn't have as much. I don't want to say I didn't have as much freedom. I was so in it that I didn't really know what life kind of looked like on the other side of it, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I was also single and just living with mum at that point too. And like me and mum, I think we would have like different meals anyway. Like I feel like we cooked for ourselves. So like it kind of was easier for me in that sense. And that is where I always go as well. Like I see people like online, like fucking single women in their 20s promoting like training 5 times a week and like you can meal prep every meal and you can do this and like they will promote shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, because you literally have like no
No
responsibilities. Like
other.
someone that lives in Queensland, their
Yeah.
whole family's in Melbourne, they don't do family dinners, they don't have a partner, they don't have this. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't have a lot of these other things. And I'm like, that's something that I've really like brought into my coaching. I'm like, I just work with like real humans, like people that just want to
Yeah.
like live a real life,
Yeah. And
not
shit
be
comes
an
up all the
influencer.
time too. And we're
Yeah,
gonna work around these things.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Ah,
Wild,
it's yeah.
wild. But we'll do another deficit soon now that we're.
Yeah.
You also had a lot going on towards the end of that. Like we cut it short. Like
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't it.
I think was it when I was moving? No, I can't remember. There was a lot going on, I think, at the start of the year. Oh, yes, there was a lot.
No,
And
you
there was a
moved
lot
last
with
year.
yeah. It's been a year actually. In
Wow.
2 weeks, I moved a year ago.
That's another thing that happened. You bought this big fuck off gorgeous house. Like
I know, I
that was
know.
insane.
I always say, like, if I wasn't so focused on improving my life, I definitely we would not have this would not have
Yeah.
happened either. Like
No.
there was so many things that come, you make one change, it's a butterfly effect, right? Like I
Yeah,
just made a
absolutely.
choice. I made this choice to like improve my life and then everything just happened. Like, and I just don't think it would have happened without making those choices. Like I would never have been
Yeah.
able to afford it if I hadn't given up the
Yeah.
smoking and the drinking, and I wouldn't have given up the smoking and the drinking if I didn't sign up, and if I wouldn't have signed up. You know what I mean? There's so
Yeah,
much
there's
stuff that went into
always,
it, and
yeah.
yeah, I just like I look back, I'm like, far out. Life has changed a lot in 2 years. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's something that like is gonna be so random. But I think like a reel came up in my For You page and I was just thinking like you always see these like wealthy, like healthy people like got their dream house and their dream relationship and their dream this and their dream that. And I'm like, it's because they started looking after themselves and like prioritizing themselves like years ago and they don't
Hmm.
accept like bad relationships or like they don't accept that they're
Yeah.
living mediocre. Like they don't accept these things. And I was like, it's just so cool to like have that like
Mm.
I mean, I already knew that, but like if someone else seeing that, like to have that realization and just be like,
Mm.
they look after themselves. They don't take
Yeah.
shit. Like there's a reason they are where they are.
Because it's like, how are you supposed to take care of the things around you and improve all of that if you're not doing that for yourself first? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
literally.
yeah.
And that's exactly it.
It's
Like
it's you first, and everything you
100%.
you give like give off what you want back as well.
Yeah. It's
Big, yeah,
the energy exchange.
yeah. It's like as
Yeah.
like whatever woo-woo as it sounds or whatever, but it's like yeah, give off what you want back, and that's
Well,
why we
five
want to
years
be
ago,
doing
what
the
am I,
best.
2025? Yeah, well, 5 years ago, this is when I was in the depths of it all, like the depths of it
Mm,
all. I was moving to a completely new area. We were in lockdown. I had just come off the pill as well, and I was suffering like quite a bit of anxiety. I had to go see a psych. I wasn't depressed. They were like, and I was like, I don't think I'm depressed. Like, I feel like I would have something clean. They're like, I don't think you're depressed, but I still want you to go see someone, maybe go on medication. Like, I did not look after myself. I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't doing anything for me. I was a fucking twig. I just was letting my ex, like, he fucking treated me so shit, and I let it happen. Like, I
mm,
just didn't care because I didn't care about myself at
yeah,
this point.
yeah.
And at that point, literally 5 years ago, like August, that's when I literally like fucking got rid of him, started deciding like, okay, something's wrong here. Like I was like starting to like introduce more carbs, eat more food. I was like, I'm sick of feeling like shit, living like shit, having no energy. I started journaling. I started being like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like I literally wasn't even working. I had no inkling of what I wanted to do. Like I was trying to get a new job just for the sake of it, like just to get some money. Like I was just so in this place of like, I'm so fucking sick of living like this. And that was kind of what really pulled me out of it. And like, now look where I am today. It's crazy. I've got a podcast. It's crazy.
You're
It's
like I
crazy.
freaking love my life.
I fucking love my life. I was like, I've never been happier.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
yeah,
never been happier. And it's such a, it's that energy thing. And like people feel it. They see it, they feel it.
mm,
It's just like, a big energy exchange. And it's so funny. Actually, I recorded some stories earlier. Haven't posted them yet, but we had a new trainer come in this morning and she was like already like in her car. Like I had to let her in. I had the key to get in. And she walks in, she's like, hi, like I'm blah, 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 blah. And like we had a very quick chat. I never met her. I was like, I didn't even know that she was a human, like a new trainer coming in until the night before when I found out. Anyway, and then she went to like walk up the stairs because like, oh yeah, PT's up there, like go and like get yourself ready, whatever. And she had such just good energy. And I was like, I was really feeding off it. And I was like, I'm in such a good mood. It was like 5:50 in the morning. I'm like, fucking we're slaying. Like I just getting ready for the day.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh my God, Sarah, by the way, like I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, we're following you for
I love
ages. Like,
that.
and then I saw that you worked here, and I was like, well, if you've been here for ages, so it must be a good place to work. And like, she was just so like, I was like,
That's so sweet.
I know, I was like, oh my God, like, because when I saw her name, I was like, looks familiar. But I was like, I didn't just
Yeah.
like assume like some person following me on Instagram was just gonna be
Yeah.
working in the studio. And I was like,
That's
this
so
is
sweet though.
it was so cool. And I was just like, how good that like she had such good energy. I had good energy. And I was like, I didn't feel
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I need to put on a persona. Because I'm like, this just is my energy. Like this is just who I
Yeah.
am. And it was
Yeah.
just such a wholesome vibe. I told my
Yeah.
boss and she was like, Sarah, you're like a walking advertisement. I was like, I am.
Mm.
I was like,
Yeah.
it's just so cool. So anyway, that's just my take on energy and looking after yourself
No,
and living your dream life.
it's so good. It's like one thing that I learned, it was years ago, and I still do it every single time, is when you go to work in the morning and people, everyone also like, how are you? Like,
Yeah.
how's it going? That's something
Oh
you always say
yeah.
to people.
Yeah.
And no matter what, I always say, I'm great, I'm fantastic. Like I'll never
Hmm.
say not bad. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because it's like instantly bringing it
Yeah.
down, like, and I always get people like, they're like, oh, I'll say, how are you? And they're like, not bad. And they're like, how are you? It's like, you know what? I'm fucking fantastic today. Like, no
Yeah.
matter what, because it's like, give off what you want back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm such a strong believer in it. Like,
Yeah.
always, even if you're not, like, fake it.
No,
Because then
100%. Like
it sounds bad because it's just like it starts to change your mindset in the day a little bit. Like, we'll get
100%.
shit days. We'll get bad
But
days.
because
That's
like
fine. But
literally
like,
like I notice whenever someone's been like, how are you? And I've just been like, I'm all right. Like I can like feel in the back of my
yeah,
head, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to like talk
yeah,
about this. Like it just feels yucky. And they're
yeah.
like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm good. I'm
Like
like,
I'm
don't
good. It's
sweat
just
it.
but like we sometimes default to, yeah, all right, or yeah, not bad, like, but it's
Yeah.
just like, nah, we're good. We're having a
We're
great day.
good. We
Like we
are gonna
are
have a good day.
fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's yeah,
Energy.
mindset is
It's an
huge.
amazing thing.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
We just got our free meeting. Will end in 10 minutes. Oh my God. That's like how it's like must be over an hour already this
Okay.
episode.
We
So
yap too much. We yap.
I know.
Okay.
I was like, this just feels like I totally forgot we're recording a podcast. I was like, oh yeah, it's just fucking it is what it is. We're just
Yeah.
having a yeah.
Just
Um,
having a chin wag.
I think oh no, I did want to touch on the training side of things. Let's go quickly into training.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
added on training after let's say a year. It's like a year ago.
Yeah.
You were like, Sarah,
Hmm.
I'm ready to up the ante. And I was like, slay times,
Yeah.
let's do it. And we were gonna do gym. Like when we started with gym, and you were like, if I have
I
a
did
plan,
start
like I can do
going.
it. Yeah. But then
Mm.
we decided you were like, I just fucking hate going to the gym. And I'm gonna deck out my
Yeah.
home
I
garage setup,
Yeah, I'm an
everything like that.
anxious. It's like gym anxiety. I don't know how people get over it. I get so nervous.
I
Like I
still
can do
get it a bit.
classes,
Yeah.
but I don't know what it is. I never got out of it. Like it's been
Yeah.
years. But like yeah, I suffer from anxiety. It's like
I was
a
gonna say the
something that I
social
deal with.
anxiety as well, like having the
Yeah.
people, yeah. Like you couldn't
Yeah, it's
catch
a
me
whole
there when it's
thing.
busy.
So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let this get in the way. I like invested it in our whole home gym essentially.
Yeah.
So my garage
Unreal.
I've got a full setup in there, like Smith machine, cable machine, like
Yeah.
everything, free
It's unreal.
weights,
I
dumbbells.
love
Yeah.
it. I love it. But I
Yeah, it's
wanted to
really
like
good.
specifically touch on before we started training, the kind of few like injuries that you like had, or like pains, not injuries, more like pains and
Yeah.
like little bits and bobs.
Mm. So I was only this year that I finally got like a diagnosis. So I've got early arthritis in my hips.
Mm.
But I also have from years ago. I've got slip discs in my back.
Hmm.
So like that was because of the arthritis. We didn't know that, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
all
like
good.
my I'm good. Like I'm so good
I'm
now. Like it's
good.
great. I have not had any flare-ups in so long. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But yeah, like or like my hips, my back, like everything. Like it's just like, you can go down to the floor and I would pull something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It's about
I
like
couldn't
leaning
deadlift
over.
over, yeah, I couldn't
So this is
deadlift
my
over
favorite
40
story.
kilos.
The deadlift.
My
Yeah.
maximum, and I was like pushing myself was 40 kilos. And I remember I, it was still kind of early on, and I pulled my back out doing it, and I was so defeated. I was so upset. Like I
Mm.
was crying in my gym, and I was like, why can't I do this? Like, why am I so why is this so shit for me? And I eventually you knew a little bit, but I don't think I didn't actually like explain
Yeah, again, you
the
didn't tell me
the
everything
full
fully.
level. No, because I'm so bad for that. It's just so bad. I'm really good now though. Like I tell
Yeah,
you
you
everything
are.
now. But
Yeah.
I remember I was like, yeah, okay, like this is like there's something wrong here. And you were like, okay, right, well, Nelly, we're gonna pull back. And yeah,
Yeah.
we
Pulled
changed
back.
up.
I
Yeah,
really
changed up a lot.
intentionally, because we do two full body sessions a week. So I
Yeah.
really intentionally did a lot of work with your lats and your glutes
Yeah.
and your
Mm,
hammies, because I find that is like the key thing. Anyone with like any kind of back
mm,
pain, they're the key things. So I was
mm.
like, I got really intentional, like, this is what we're working on, and
Yeah.
stretching as well.
Yeah.
And
That's
then like the
changed my
way,
life.
yeah, I don't fucking know. And then the way that I programmed the deadlift, we might have gone back to like a hypertrophy and done like higher reps, lighter weight, and then we gradually dropped the reps. And now,
Hmm.
what was your PB?
I think I'm sitting at like 80,
It's 80
85
kilos.
maybe.
Yeah,
Is it 80?
I'm pretty sure it's
So
80.
good.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
no
It's
pain.
so good. Yeah, no pain at all.
That's my favorite
And I
part.
remember, and every time I still get so nervous because I'm like it's gonna hurt, like, and it doesn't, it never does. Like, and I'm just so like I'm so conscious when I do it, right? Because I'm like
Yeah,
I don't want to fuck this up
yeah.
because I've worked so hard to be able to, I don't know, lift stuff. Like it sounds
I was
so
gonna
funny when
say
you
like
say it.
day-to-day life, like can you bend over now and you're fine?
Oh my God. I think I remember I think it was like after like 6 months of consistently working out. I remember I was in the kitchen and I was like getting something out of the oven and I just stood up and I didn't grunt.
You're like, whoa.
I was like, I was like, I just like stood up and I didn't need the bench to like pull myself up. And I just got up and I was like, I'm like 20. Yeah, I'm 28. I was like, I don't need to be having this sort of pain at like 27, 28. Like that's not right. Like
Yeah.
I should be in my fucking prime right now. And
Mm-hmm.
I was so not.
Yeah.
And now it's so different now. Like I can just go into the gym
Do
and I'm not
life.
worried about hurting myself anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about injury. I mean, I'm always going to be worried about injury. Like that's why we're
Oh
careful with
yeah.
stuff. But like just picking, like just doing a deadlift, I'm not scared that I'm going to blow my back out from it
Yeah.
anymore
Which
because
I love.
we've built the foundations to be able to
We've
do
done
it
the
now.
intentional
So
work. And I
yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yay. That's like what I wanted to cover, because I'm like, strength training is just so good for so many reasons, which I've already
Yeah.
spoken to in a previous episode. But I was like, I wanted you to come in
Mm.
with like your 2 cents on it, because I can say other
Yeah,
things,
do it.
but
Do your
yeah.
strength training, but
Yeah.
don't like do the work to be able to build up
Yeah.
in your strength training as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and if it hurts, don't say
Get
something.
help.
Like, say something if it hurts.
Yeah.
Yes, like get help. Yeah, get help if it hurts because it's not meant to hurt.
No, it's
So
not. It's meant
if
to
it
help.
hurts, something's yeah, it's meant to take away from the day-to-day hurt, not hurt yourself while
Yeah,
you're doing it. So, but yeah, my
exactly.
day-to-day hurt is gone. Like I can sit
Yeah.
cross-legged on the floor, you
Unreal.
know, like, you know, yeah, it's so weird though. It's like I didn't realize I couldn't do that for so long.
Yeah.
And now like I'm sitting cross-legged on my couch.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do that for so long because it
Yeah.
just my hips and back were all fucked. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
I swear. Cool. All right, we've got 3 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. But thank you so much for being on the potty. I know, like you were nervous, like we've been trying to tee it up for fucking ever, and you're like, I'm
I
nervous, I'm nervous,
know.
I'm nervous. And then you got sick, and it was a whole thing. So I'm so glad that we finally did it.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone, like, people are gonna love this. I've been getting really good, like, feedback on the potty lately, so I'm like, if
Yeah.
they're enjoying just me, they're
Amazing.
gonna love this chat.
I think
So thank you so
it was
much.
a definitely it was a good yap for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I just feel like it was just like talking like how we always do. So I love that.
Literally, we
It
could
was
be on here for
great.
fucking ever. But I think like everyone will get so much out of it because like I said, like I can say other things, but I'm the
Mm,
coach. Whereas having
yeah.
you say it from your perspective, it just I feel like
Mm,
it helps. Let's say de-influence it. Let's use that for lack of a better word. But it
yeah.
helps like be like, okay, this is like a normal human can do this, like I can do this.
Yeah.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing and being here. And I just really, really
Thanks
appreciate
for
you.
I'm just like thanks for everything for the last couple of years. Like I was like
You're
I
so
wouldn't be who I
welcome.
am now
I
without,
know. You wouldn't be on this potty.
without
Oh
all
my
the help.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. All right. Thank you so much. And for those who are still listening, if you've made it through fucking like an hour and a half of us yapping, just a reminder when this potty episode is live, I will have already introduced on my Instagram, but I'm running an end of year challenge for balancing her, which is due to kick off in 3 days' time, I think, when we launch this. So 1st of September, it's a Monday, 1st of September, new season, new month, new week. It's all the good vibes. I think it goes to the 23rd of
amazing.
November, 12 weeks. Um, you can obviously join us. I'll leave my Instagram down below, like send me a DM, whatever the thing is. Any questions, go to my Instagram, everything's on there. But thank you all so much for listening or watching or however you're consuming the podcast. We will talk to you guys. Well, I will talk to you guys in next week's episode. Bye.